4 lessons I've learned in the midst of a crisis. And the number 1 lesson I've learned is that your attitude determines everything. Why do I say this? There are so many things that happened during this year and even the previous year. And I've seen that the people who are able to overcome and even thrive during this season is because they had a positive attitude. So many times as readers, we are faced with situations where the possibility of really recovering, they are very minimal. But I would say if your attitude is positive, if you're a believer in things becoming better, then you'll be able to overcome the situation. So if you're looking to really become a next level reader, to really become impactful, then look at your attitude now and then. And the second lesson I've learned this year is that management and readership are 2 different things. Now, if you are a keen viewer of my videos, you know how I define management. Management is about taking care of the resources and making sure that things are moving in the business. However, when you talk about leadership, it's about motivating people, getting the best out of people, training them, coaching them, and ensuring that they're giving their best. So a lot of times, most of us, we do confuse management and leadership. And for me, it was really an aha moment, being able to differentiate the 2. So whenever now in my day-to-day life, as a HR consultant, I'm able to know when should I be a manager and when should I be a reader. My 3rd lesson, impactful lesson, so to say, has been to learn that everyone can help you learn something. Sometimes we think it's only the people who are high up there, it's only people who are experienced, or it's only people who have a lot to offer, in terms of material things, who can teach us something. No, even babies, if you're very keen, if you interact with a baby, if you interact even with a young person, they can be able to teach you 1 or 2 things. This year I've got a chance to interact with people that I don't necessarily spend time with. And a good example is I had a problem with my car, and so now and then every weekend I find myself in the garage, and so I got to speak with this mechanic, and he's quite a young man. He's new in the business, and I got to learn a lot of things. And the interesting thing that happened is during this crisis, the COVID crisis, is that instead of waiting for customers to come to his garage, him and the team, they decided now to be visiting customers in their household. And because of him being that flexible, his business has survived during this crisis. So even for you, the challenge is whenever you're interacting with someone, don't look down upon them. It might be that waiter, it might be that cashier, it might even be that intern at the office. I'm sure they can be able to teach you something. And my last lesson that I've learned is that leadership is not easy. In fact, the more I look at this issue of leadership, the more I see that leadership is a skill. It's not something that you are born with. We always like to assume that you're either a born leader, or you can't make it. No. The more I research about this issue of leadership, the more I speak about it. And even the reason why I came up with this channel is to really encourage you that leadership is something. It's a skill that you can learn and even perfect. So if you are there and you're looking to get to the next level, you're looking to better yourself, why don't you think about attending a leadership course? That way you'll be able to learn more skills on how you can be a better people manager, not only for your career, but also for the business. So in brief, those are the 4 lessons I've learned. Are there lessons you've learned this year, to do with leadership, people management? Do leave a comment below. And if you also have a question or there's an issue you'd want me to address in my next video, you can also leave it in the comment and I'll be able to do that. So thank you very much for watching, and look forward to seeing you next time. So do subscribe to the channel.